Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to 2A News Now. And as always, here at 2A News Now, you get your Second Amendment news straightforward and to the point with no BS added in. We're almost a couple of weeks into the new year, and the Democrats are at it again. The Democrats are trying to force a congressional vote on a magazine ban. I hope I pronounced this person's last name correctly, but I'm not sure. You would think that Representative Diane DeGette and her fellow Colorado gun hater, Jason Crow, would have done some investigating on just how effective their own state's ban on high-capacity magazines has been before attempting to force the U.S. House to vote on a similar ban. But I guess it's just too much to ask for them to do some simple homework. If they would have bothered to take a look, they would have learned that 10 years after the ban took effect, there's been little enforcement of the state law. While its effects on violent crime have been non-existent, in 2022, the state had the 8th highest violent crime rate in the nation. Colorado's crime rate has gone up almost every year since lawmakers enacted the magazine ban in 2013. And now DeGette and Crow, sounds like a movie title, doesn't it, want to impose the same useless and unconstitutional gun control law on gun owners in all 50 states. DeGette, of course, is a Denver Democrat, along with House Gun Violence Prevention Task Force Chair Mike Thompson. And of course, he's a California Democrat, filed the so-called discharge petition to force a vote on the Keep Americans Safe Act. And here's where they're going to have a little bit of trouble. The petition requires 218 signatures to force a vote on the floor. And with 213 Democrats in the House, at least 5 Republicans would need to sign. DeGette said she thinks some Republicans in the House represent districts impacted by mass shootings and may be under pressure from their constituents to ban what she calls high-capacity magazines. She said once they get as many Democrat signatures as they can, we're really going to start putting pressure on Republicans who are in districts where their constituents demand action. All I have to say, you can demand action on violent crime, but that doesn't mean we should be adopting laws that are both ineffective and to an affront to our right to armed self-defense. And I guess they can't understand that more gun control laws doesn't equate to less crime. And Colorado is a prime example of the damage that comes from embracing that misguided ideology. U.S. Representative Jason Crow joined DeGette and members of the Gun Violence Prevention Task Force at a press conference outside the U.S. Capitol after DeGette filed the petition and applauded Colorado leadership for its gun safety measures, particularly banning what they call high-capacity magazines. She said in Colorado, we're fortunate to have a state legislature focused on gun reform when Congress fails to make significant change due to Republican stonewalling over and over again. She used the word fortunate. The Colorado state legislature has been myopically focused on restricting the rights of lawful gun owners for a decade now. And here is some of the poisonous fruit of their labor. In 2012, a year before the state adopted universal background checks and a magazine ban, Colorado ranked 13th out of all 50 states. When it came to violent crime, a decade later, Colorado was 8th and had the 4th highest rate of overall crime in the entire country. I don't know why Representative Crow or anyone else would consider that a success or believe Coloradans have benefited from the legislature's continued restrictions on the right to keep and bear arms. But unless you're pro-violent crime, those numbers are nothing to celebrate. And the policies that have placed the state in that precarious position are certainly not worth emulating, given the small minority that the Republicans have in the House. This is an issue where gun owners should be communicating with their own representatives to demand that they reject DeGette's discharge petition and avoid replicating Colorado's mistake on a national level. I've said it before and I'll say it again. These gun control laws that these gun-hating Democrats try to pass do nothing to stop what they call gun violence. Criminals are called criminals because they don't follow the law. And any gun law you might pass, they're not all of a sudden going to go, oh, that's against the law, I can't do that. It just stops the law-abiding citizens from using anything they want to choose to defend themselves, their family, and their property. And it's not because they really want to pass these laws to stop violent crime. They want to continue to push the boundaries and try to take a little bit of our Second Amendment rights away until we have nothing at all to protect ourselves from the people that are not law-abiding citizens like us. As always, I would really like to hear your thoughts about today's video in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to help the channel out and help it to continue to grow, please take a few seconds out of your time to like, share, and subscribe and hit those post notifications. And I invite everybody to come back and watch my next video.